taxi driver, you're an arse. Me, welcome back. I know I've been away for a while, and the reason for that is basically I've had no content to put up, and rather than just putting up any old crap, I have kind of let my channel go a bit fallow. It's only a hobby channel, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I have noticed that my subscriber count has been steadily chipping away and getting higher, and I think that's because people are checking out my reviews, and I can imagine that it's people who are interested in those particular bikes because they're looking at buying it themselves, and that is the exact reason why I put those reviews up there. It's so that people can make informed decisions about spending lots of money and spending that money well. And I'm very, very grateful for all the people that have watched my videos of my reviews and have left very positive comments on the whole, and all those people, if I've helped you make a decision about your bike buying, then job done. That's all. I'm happy with that. Brilliant. I've not done any vlogs because I think my vlogs are shit. They are utter garbage. So I've not done any vlogs because I've nothing interesting to talk about except today, and that's why I haven't done anything. So I'm sorry if my channel has been on a bit of a hiatus, but what's been going on? Not a great amount really. Riding the arse off my MT-09 SP because I love that bike. It is so good. I love it, love it, love it. Been not doing too many miles on my trusty Triumph Tiger recently. I've not done any trips, and there's a kind of a reason for that, which I'll have to go into a bit now. And it's generally motorcycle riding in general. I have a couple of long-term health issues, big one being that I've got a lot of nerve damage in my right shoulder. It's nothing to do with motorbikes. It wasn't a motorbike accident, it was just a traumatic injury that I picked up several years ago that is making itself very prevalent in my life. But I kind of work around that, and that isn't as big a problem as it used to be. The big problem now, and oh god man, this is awful, is that on both my hands, both my left and right, this bone here between the sort of base knuckle of your thumb and where it goes into your wrist, I seem to be getting arthritis in it. It's really becoming a quality of life issue, is the only way I can describe it. This isn't a new issue. It's something I've noticed over the last 3 or 4 years, that my hand seems to be getting a little bit stiffer. I've always been a bit susceptible to vibrational white finger, but I would ride through the summer on my motorbikes and my mountain bike and my road push bikes, and by the end of the riding season it started to stiffen up a bit, and I start to feel a little bit of pain in my thumbs of both hands, more so in my left because of the clutch pulling in business. But it's been bearable, and by the time I'm then off bikes for the winter, and over the winter, you know, they get better, there's no pain in them, then I start riding again in spring, and by autumn the back's slightly painful again. However, this year it seems to have ramped up, and it's July now, and especially my left thumb killing me. I've never had to take painkillers for it before, but now I'm having to rub ibuprofen gel on especially my left one before I go out for a motorbike ride, and sometimes take ibuprofen before a ride just so that it gives it a bit of prophylactic protection. And it's getting to the point now where I'm choosing not to ride because it hurts that much, and it's now hurting in other parts of my life. It's quite worrying. I'm going to go and see my doctor about it to see if there's something that can be done surgically or I'm not going to start taking nasty horse tablets to numb the pain just so I can ride a motorbike. I'm not going to make myself ill and have lots of side effects just to ride a motorbike. Not going to happen. So I'm kind of like thinking, what am I going to do about my motorbikes, because they have been a big part of my life for so long that, you know, the trajectory is I'm going to have to stop riding in not too distant a future, and I don't want to stop riding. I love riding motorbikes. It's a big part of my life, and what am I going to do? You know, so you look for alternatives, don't you? You know, you consider. I've been considering a whole range of things, even to the point of changing my grips out to fatter grips, maybe wrapping tape around them to make the grip fatter so that my hand isn't clenched. So, you know, apparently that can help, because it has helped on my mountain bike. Or there's looking at dual clutch bikes that don't have a clutch, so I'm not having to pull the clutch in, because it doesn't affect me on my track bike, because being hunched over with your hands down here, it kind of presses on the outside of your hand more than your thumb side. But on street bikes where you're up like this, you sort of seem you catch your weight on your thumb all the time. And I'm thinking of buying stomp grip for my tanks on my road bike, so I can grip with my knees, take some pressure off my hands. And I say dual clutch bikes that have no clutch, but the ones that are out there are just yawn boring. You know, you're looking at, oh god, what's that horrible Honda 750 thing? What's it bloody called, that thing? I'll put a picture of it up now. A friend of mine had one, and good god, they're a dull looking and dull acting bike. So I don't want to go that route, you know, but I still want to ride motorbikes. You know, which has kind of brought me to consider electric motorbikes, you know, because they don't have a clutch, but they are still super powerful, load of torque, still fun to ride, which kind of took me on to looking at the Zero bikes, which I've just done a test ride on a couple of them. Well, not a test ride, I've just done a bit of a, well, yeah, test ride, but only little short ones, just to have a little feel of what they're like. And I'll tell you what, very good. I'm going to put up an actual proper test ride first impressions review of that up, and please don't, they're not going to be very good because I didn't have much on them. It was an accompanied ride, so I only got a little taste of what they're like, but I got to say I enjoyed them. I did enjoy riding those bikes. Again, I'm sorry I've not been making any uploads, people, and I am very grateful to everyone who's subscribed to me in my absence. I can't say I'm going to be uploading great amounts of content soon. The fact of the matter is, I'm not a tyre kicker. I can't blag dealers into giving me a ride of a bike that I've no intention of ever owning. It feels dishonest to me. You know, I'm not a big channel, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just can't say, hi, I'm V4, I want to test ride your bike, and they say, oh, thank you, Mr. V4, can we sponsor your video? That's not me. That's not what I do. I just do honest, everyday riding reviews of bikes that I am personally interested in at some point, either potentially buying or in the future buying. You know, and on my channel, every single bike I have ridden, barring a couple that I was invited to ride, actually as a vlogger, they've been on my radar to actually buy, you know. So the fact that I've actually taken out a couple of Zero bikes, well, it might mean that if I can't find a solution to this ever problematic thumb, I might end up having an electric bike in the future. You know, that might be the case. Yeah, I'll miss going long distances on things like my Triumph, and then maybe I'll keep the Triumph just for that purpose. I don't know. It's all very new, it's all very worrying, it's all very disappointing and stressful, to be honest. But I've enjoyed talking to you about it. I've missed you. We shouldn't be strangers. We should keep in contact, you know. Just because we're not together anymore doesn't mean we still can't be friends. Alright everyone, listen, If you've stayed this far into the video, thanks very much. I know my video blogs are absolute crap, but hey, what can I do? I won't bore you with too many of them. But I will say I have been doing some track days on my GSXR 750. Well, in fact, I've done one good one at Donnington Park. I've done one wet one, soaking wet, pissing down with rain at Ulton Park, which I actually used my Continental Race Attack race tyres, which were a revelation, scarily so. Wow. However, I didn't video it, so I've no evidence of that, but I did video a day out at Donnington, and I didn't publish them on my channel because track day footage is very dull to the 99% of people who aren't interested in it, and it tends to just clog up people's feeds, and that's when you get unsubbed. So what I will do, I will put some links in the description of this video to a couple of track sessions I did at Donnington on my GSXR 750. Had an absolutely brilliant day on it, and one of them I actually tried to vlog. I managed to get a sneaky little microphone from the camera, and I thought, oh, I'll do some like commentary around Donnington Park, you know, that'll be a bit of an interesting bit of content. The minute I throttle on, you can't hear a bleeding thing I'm saying, so I'll link it, you can have a listen to it, but please don't expect anything. You can hear the odd word every now and again, the rest of it is just squealing, screaming inline Suzuki engine, so it's there. I'll put an end card up or something so you can see that, and I'll also put an end card up for the very, very rough and ready test ride first impressions of the Zero bikes that I've just tested an hour or so ago. So yeah, so please stay subscribed. It doesn't take any energy on your part, and if you've enjoyed this, please throw me a like or say hello in the comments if you're so inclined, and I will try and scare up some content for you because I do enjoy it. I just can't think of anything to do, unless you can suggest in the comments any kind of content you'd like me to do that's within my ability to do, of course. I'm open to suggestions, but in the meantime, from myself and my trusty Triumph Tiger Explorer, I bid you safe riding and farewell. Goodbye everyone.